I'm in there.
All right, it's good. I cut my off the other day. You wasn't there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, listen, you know, the way you was talking about how you sat down with the young lady, if money is on her mind, it seems like that's what she's worried about. Because she's looking at a pie and she's seeing that, you know,
opportunities.
Right, she's seeing that there might not be, you know, you're looking for a slice of this pie I got here, and I'm greedy and I don't want to give you a slice. You know what I'm saying?
But somebody told me, Kenny, they said, Miss Flowers, imagine a table full of people eating off all the fat calves, the good meal, the steaks, and then here you come, the big lady that won't go away. Here you coming in the room like you want a piece of the pie. And you know what? One thing I realize is not about the pie or the piecing or how y'all serve it up. It's about respect to me, because these individuals, they are so disrespectful to the fact. Just like sitting with her yesterday, and she went on the left field, and I'm telling her about a director of an organization who I personally spoke to about partnering with, who I've been reaching out to for the past year. And this man has done everything besides send me around America Bush to sit down and talk to me just on February the 3rd. And then all of a sudden she said, oh, y'all submitted a letter that y'all was already working together. I'm like, lady, what are you talking about? So again, it comes to slander, gossip, mistrust, misinformation. I don't know what they down there trying to create on Miss Flowers.
Miss Flowers, this is part of the problem, and you know this. All right, there are stages of homelessness. You know, you could be homeless and then you end up being hopelessness.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And they want the people to be hopeless, because once you get to that point where you don't have any hope, that's when people say, oh, he's crazy. He can't be helped. You know what I'm saying? And you be trying to grab them before they get hopeless.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And
we got to empower them. They got to get empowered.
Right. We can't allow them to get the hopelessness and let that sit in there. Then we have another problem.
That's right.
These people don't understand that they on their way to hopelessness if we don't get out there to grab them. I'll talk to you later, Miss Flowers.
You're right. Thank you, Kenny. Also, just to remind everyone, again, Saturday was our first meeting of the Real Care Providers Network. Save the date, March the 23rd. We will be having another meeting on the Real Care Providers Network. We'll also be calling individuals who wants to be a part of our advisory board, because again, we want to really be able to work with the community. We want to work with care providers. We're going to put the word care back in providers. This service provider stuff, the individuals that I have been privileged to interact with in this past year, service providers to me is just off the chain. Like, I don't know where their focus is at. I don't know what the agendas or the motives are, but they are not doing it by the homeless population in Baltimore City. And it's just time that, like now, the story today, $3.7 million. $3.7 million, Baltimore City. Then the biggest question going to start coming about, where does this $3.7 million get reimbursed back to? Because ain't no need of putting it back in the pot and allowing them to distribute it again, because then it's going to go through that buddy system. And again, $9.5 million was the first number. Then $7 million was saved. You got about 3 different numbers here, Larry.
Right.
So somewhere along the way, they're going to make this number smaller and smaller probably, but it has to be a number, because there's no way that the proper money is being used in Baltimore City for our homeless population, especially when you have the amount of homeless people sleeping on the street, sleeping on healthcare to homeless steps, and you got this buddy system that's going on that we're going to have to work on that day by day. How you doing today, Charles?
Yes, how you doing?
I'm doing well today. And yourself?
I'm doing good. Now, Miss Flowers,
yes,
they won't do it for you, so I will do this for you. I'm going to call out the big dog.
Ooh, big dogs.
Listen up. I'm calling out Cathy Hughes to back you. You know, to back you with the station, with her network of support, and all the people that she has that's already been dealing with this homeless issue in Baltimore. She is your resource. So I'm calling out Miss Hughes to reach out to reach to you, to link up, and let's get something started.
Wow. I'm going to have to follow up on that, y'all. Thank you very much. You know, and that's something that, you know, we look forward to working with. More of our entities around the radio, being able to, you know, again, I was talking to one of the news reporter ladies this morning, and it was like, I don't know the boundaries. I don't know what you can and can't say, you know, but, you know, however that would work, I would definitely be privileged and honored to work with Cathy Hughes or whoever who can bring the solution to some of these issues. I'm going to move down the line. Caller, how are you today, Brother Carlos?
Oh, I'm fine, my sister. How are you?
I'm here. I'm here. I feel like Color Purpose. Silly say I'm here. Don't worry about them coming to get me. Just get me out if they come to get me, please.
I love your passion. We're gonna have to send the FBI down there to talk to you, and the CIA, and the DEA, and all that stuff.
Because they scared me. They scared me a little bit, Brother Carlos. They getting creative. I had a volunteer in my office. They come in and steal all my paperwork, and he was referred to me as a homeless person by one of the advocates. They called me.
What is his name?
And within 3 weeks, this person had managed to steal documents and paperwork, and I don't know what kind of conspiracy they may have behind the scene for me, but don't worry about them coming to get me. Just get me out.
but you can be the modern day Harriet Tubman, and you can be the modern day Black Moses, and you can keep going. Just keep going. But as I indicated on the program this morning, that one spokesman who comes on and declares that this situation...
That ain't enough. That ain't enough.
It's not enough.
No.
It's not enough.
And Brother Carlos, let me say this, only because I got to say this. They're going to say what they're trained to say. Do you understand that? Just like if she get 10 service providers to come and say all is good, just ask the question, was all good for I-83 for 5 years, service provider? It's just about facts. And I ain't mean to cut you off because I don't want nobody not knowing the facts. That brother could come on all this week if he wants to. But if he not coming on with the facts, he's not going to come on telling the truth unless he's fired or retired. Maybe he'll tell us the truth 10 years down the road that he was told what to say. But it's about facts around here. He going to come on and say what his instructors told him to say.
Right. I want to know who was the person overseeing the program. Was it the housing person for Baltimore City? Who used to be Paul Graziano. I don't know if he's still there. But I want to know where Joan Pratt, the controller of the Baltimore City, where she stands. I want to know what she knows about the situation.
Well, I think with a lot of them, and that's a good question because I guess it's about... again, me dealing with this for almost a year and a half, I see no unification in none of them. And I got to say this because, I've met with Joan Pratt. I've met with a lot of the council people. I've met with all of them. And every time I meet with one or the other, none is on board or unified with what the other is doing. And I say that because, again, this is a part of this circle that I have been on the ground with the past year. So ain't nobody can come and just tell me anything. Like, I know how the system works now because I have seen how they operate. The service providers, when I go to the meeting, they come and they say stuff, and as soon as I question them, I'm the bad guy in the room. What? Who you are?
Right. I want to see the tracking of the checks that were given to the providers. I want to see the amounts like United Way and the other providers. I want to see how many where the checks were, and you can get copies of these directly from the bank or from the account.
Wow!
I want to see these. I want to see these things so that I can put together and you can put together the picture of exactly
what's going on,
what happened to the money. And I get off here. When Willie Sutton robbed all the banks, they asked him, why did you go and commit all these robberies? He said, I want to go where the money is.
Wow.
And he knew the money was in the bank. So I want to see all of these documents and verify what you have called come on and you have explained very clearly that there is a big problem.
Oh, it's a big problem. Let me tell you, Brother Carlos, I want to tell you your first place you can start at. Start down on 420 Fallsway Corridor, because that will start a problem right there. All by itself. Okay.
Like I say, you keep pushing, you keep going, and we're behind you, and we love you for all your focus and what you're doing to help the people.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, it's like it's a fax time here. Again, 443-570-9064 is my office information, and we do housing, and we do assisted living, and sometimes I think with a lot of people, they don't even realize the different entities. It is Belvedere Assisted Living, Belvedere Homes. Also